How you doing today? Well, I'm now doing in central Missouri, and I'm going to do some pond fishing. I'm going to walk the banks, work on some of these ponds and water retention areas. I'm going to take a spinnerbait, and I'm going to make some long casts up and down the shoreline with the spinnerbait. And I'm using this happens to be a war eagle model. But anyway, I'm just gonna make some casts. Just kind of, here I am at the dam area of the lake, and what's the significant part of that is that this is the deepest part of the lake. It's kind of cold today. Water temperatures, it's actually this water temperature is about 50 degrees. So I'm not going to throw very far out. I'm just kind of slow rolling it along and trying to get it down deep, and just kind of work that spinnerbait just slow and easy along the shoreline. See what happens. Oh, one hit it. I just had a strike right then. I don't know what it was. Wind's blowing pretty hard. Blowing real hard. Ooh. Hey, just hit a strike right there. I have polarized glasses on. I can see the fish. I saw this. There, one hit it again. Heck on, he's down there hitting that thing. He didn't get it. Come on, bass. I'm kind of slow rolling it. You know, when they talk about slow rolling it, what's slow rolling? Well, actually, slow rolling is nothing more than just going slow with it, and the blade's kind of revolving slow and easy. So that's what slow rolling is. But I'm just gonna. I've had a couple strikes. I don't know. They're just. I'm throwing right down the bank right there. Just see what happens on that deal. And see what happens. I'm using 17-pound test line on a favorite rod and reel. And what I'll do is I'll just throw right down the shoreline here and see if that helps. There's a log right there. I don't know if there's a fish on that log or not. There's one. I got one. Okay, there we go, son. Fishing right down the bank. That was a kind of a cool deal because I was fishing right on the shoreline. And see, everybody makes a mistake when they come to these lakes. They think their fish are way out in the middle of the lake. Well, in this case, the fish are on the shoreline of the lake because that's where the shallow water is, and it's where the drop off is. And so I'm going to get this one loose, see if I can't catch another one. Okay, making nice long casts with a spinnerbait right down the shoreline. Oh, I had hit a log. That was just a log. Okay, let's start up this way. See what happens. Same kind of deal. Oh, I got him, son. I got him. Huh. I got him right on the shoreline. Nice bass. Huh? That's a good one. Right down the shoreline. Right down the shoreline. A nice big 3 or 4 pounder. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. But again, I was throwing down the shoreline. See, when you fish these lakes, you got to think about where the fish are located. They really like to locate on the shoreline. So the big mistake everybody makes is they throw slam out in the middle, way out there to where it's all deep water. Now what I'm doing, I'm not doing that at all. I'm paralleling the bank. And I'm coming along here, nice parallel cast. And get the rod out this way. See what happens. Oh, hit a log again. Hit a log again. Yeah. Throw one out farther out. Oh, boy, I got a good one. I got a good one out there. Oh, so, what do I have? Oh my gosh. I got some big fish out here. The problem is sometimes on some of these lakes, this lake here's been stocked with what they call hybrid stripers. They're not really stripers, they're a hybrid. It's a cross between a striped bass and a white bass. They're great big fish. Great big fish. Yeah. The size of him. That's a big one. That's what we're talking about, folks. Big old giant hybrid. Hit a spinnerbait. I mean, this thing's really big. This thing's really a big one. I'm telling you what, folks. Look at this guy. That's a big fish. Huh? Look at this guy. You were talking about a big one now. That's a big old hybrid. That's about the biggest hybrid I've ever caught. I've never caught one that big. That's the biggest hybrid. Hybrid bass. That's not a striped bass. That's a hybrid bass. It's gigantic. It's the biggest one I've ever caught. It's probably close to 15 pounds. That's got to be 15 pounds. Just a gigantic fish. It's just a gigantic fish. Of course, I'll let him go again. But folks, that is a spinnerbait. That's a spinnerbait fish and a half. A big giant hybrid bass, about 15 pounds. He's way over 10. Woo! That's a big one, son. Now throw it back. Oh, son. That is one big fish. I'm fishing for bass. The guy told me there was some there's hybrids in here. So I guess they're still out there. It's unbelievable. Big fish like that. Holy moly. Grass or what it was. I don't know. Yeah, I got him. I got him, son. I got him. A bass. I got a bass. Nice bass. Nice bass, too. Big bass. Look at this guy. Big old bass. Big old bass. Look at this guy. Look at the size of this guy. Woo, son. Oh, yeah. Nice big 5 or 6 pounder. He's throwing right down the bank. Throwing right down the bank. I was just making a beautiful cast right down the bank, and he hit it good. He hit it perfect. That's what you want. A parallel cast. Big old giant fish. Woo, woo, that's a nice one. Son, that's as nice as it gets. Right there. I'll get that then. Okay, let me get to that log. There's a nice big log out there. Go past it. The main part, there's one. I got another good one. Another good one. Oh, look at that guy. Another good one. Another big bass. Oh yeah, big bass. Look at that log. Another big 7-pounder, 6-pounder, 7-pounder. It's just a giant fish. It's just a giant fish. Oh, son, look at the size of him. I think he's more like 8 pounds, 7 pounds. I don't know. He's way big. He's a way big one. He's a way big one, son. That is what spinnerbait fishing is all about. So targeting that log like that was a big deal. That was a big fish, big 7 or 8 pound fish. Oh, what a beauty. That's just gorgeous. That's just a gorgeous bass. I don't know how many more fish are here, but that fish is like an 8-pound bass. It's just a huge fish. Just as big as can be. Woo! I don't have a scale, and I can't tell you for sure how big it is, but that was big. That was a big fish. Now, one thing that you have to keep doing is you have to keep checking your line. I'm only running a 17-pound line, and so I keep checking the fray of it. It's good and strong. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and make another nice long cast of that log. Okay, right to the log. Get out into the ground, go a little bit farther out, and come right down the shoreline. And just come right down the shoreline like that. Oh, boy, look at that guy. He got it. He came right down the shoreline, hit right on the shoreline. Great big 5 or 6 or 7 pound bass. Hit right on the shoreline. It's just right here. It just hit right in front of me. A great big one. I think it's the biggest one of the day. And it hit right here on the shoreline, right here. Oh, maybe not the biggest, but it's awful big. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about, folks. That fish hit right in front of me, right on the shoreline. He had followed it in. Big old giant 6 or 7 pound bass. Hey, if you want to catch really big fish like this, you got to think a little bit about the ponds that you fish when you're walking the shoreline. Just fishing out in the middle is not necessarily the best thing to do. Of course, today we had that one big hybrid bass, but normally the shorelines of the dam side or we've caught these bigger fish, these big 5 and 6 and 7 pound fish, and even 8 pound fish that we've caught today are right on the bank and the logs. So folks, I hope I've taught you a few things about how I fish the shoreline, how I fish a spinnerbait on the bank and on the logs. Hey, thanks for watching. Hit that likes button. I need all the likes I can get. Bass Pro Shop and Johnny Morris, he loves the likes. And of course, the O'Reilly people love the likes. Hey, I'll keep showing you some really good videos, and I'll keep explaining how I catch big and better fish. We'll see you again soon. Thank you.